Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to tell the moral of the story first and then go into the facts towards the tail end. This has to do with the video I posted this past Friday, which had to do with a pretty terrible experience I had going into an AutoNation car dealership locally here in Phoenix. I kind of realized that I've always been the person who fights for the little guy. When I shot this video last week, you can see at the tail end of it, I was just tired. So I'm just stuck. I'm done with trucks. It wasn't until the next morning when I went into work and my boss, who the day prior I said, hey, I'm going to run and go buy this truck. I just got emailed this really good price. I'm going to go test drive this thing and buy it. I'll see you later. I left work early to go and do that. So naturally the next morning, hey, where's the truck? I want to see it. And I filled him in on what happened. Now, his response was, F that. That's bullshit. I think that you should call Costco and let them know what happened. That's what I did. I went into my office, I called Costco, and I filled them in on what had happened. Again, I'll get into the more details of that towards the end, but long story short, the price was emailed to me at $69,000 and change, and I got there and all of a sudden it was $74,000 and change. All within the same day, they raised the price $5,200. So one of the things that I had realized after speaking to Costco is that, number one, that Costco program, the way that Costco explained it to me, is that they have 100 million members, and that is something that they take very seriously. So these dealerships have the ability to opt in to the Costco program. That Costco program is pre-negotiated pricing for vehicles, but Costco did tell me that dealerships have the ability to opt in and out. And with this current state that we're in right now with microchip shortages, inventory shortages, that dealerships are opting in and out on a monthly basis. However, if they are in the program, they're in the program, and there is no jumping in and out sale by sale and, basically deciding we're going to email somebody a price with the Costco price, and then when they come in, jack it up $5,000. That's not the way the program works. And Costco was very upset that that seemed to be the way that this transaction had attempted to be built out. Now, this is where I started as having a YouTube channel, started to think about, again, the little guy and sharing the story because I would hate to find out this is happening to other people as well. But more or less, is the little guy even the little guy anymore? We have this social media platform, and the world has changed significantly. And I think that a lot of car dealerships are still kind of using the same car sales manual, car selling 101 from 1995. It doesn't apply anymore. I remember back in 1999, I started my job at Blockbuster Video. We were presented with some training material that went something to the effect of, a dissatisfied customer will tell anywhere between 9 and 15 people about their experiences, and around 13% of dissatisfied customers will tell 20. And I think what companies especially need to start realizing, companies the size of AutoNation, which is the largest car dealership network in the country, I believe, it's not the same as it was years ago where, yeah, if you had the local athlete come into the building, you recognize that person, you took great care of him because now that person's going to go and sing praises of your dealership, or the local weatherman comes in and everybody's, wow, that's the guy I see on the news. The old mentality is that you kind of identify those people, you take care of those people, and you want them to speak highly of your business. What you need to realize now is that you wouldn't recognize these people. Who is this guy? I don't know, looks like some guy we could probably rope into some sort of crazy deal and get him out the door and make some money. This is Uncle Big Tim. He has 87,000 followers on TikTok. You have this guy, your average kind of construction worker, comes in, he probably in some, beat up clothes after a hard day's work. This is Scott D. Henry. He has 2.2 million TikTok followers. You might want to take care of these people because these are the people that if you provide them with a bad experience, they're not just going to go and tell 9 people. They might tell between 9 and, 120 million people about that bad experience. So the canvas has shifted. It's not shifting. It has shifted. Here I am, 38-year-old dope walking through the door, 21,000 people that follow me on YouTube. And the video that I posted last week was around 4,200 views at the time of recording this video. That's one upset customer telling 4,200 people about that bad experience. And that can't go unnoticed by these brands when they're doing their training. I say this and I mean it. This should be This content specifically should be training material within AutoNation, not just AutoNation, but every dealership across the country should be saying this is what you don't want to happen. Don't play games with people that walk in the door and then hope that they don't have some sort of social media following. It's dangerous. It's not smart business. I don't think anybody would say it's smart business. Now, the reason why I haven't mentioned the salesman's name or the manager's name that I had experience with is because they're employees of AutoNation. I don't know who basically caused this to happen, whether it was the salesman, the manager, or corporate. I have no idea where this fell apart. So it could have come down from the top. It could have been a sales guy, and I have no idea how it transpired, but I do know that it did. Now I want to talk about the facts of the matter, because this is where it's important to say the definition of bait and switch: a sales tactic in which a customer is attracted by an advertisement of a low-priced item, but is then encouraged to buy at a higher price. That's the definition of what happened to me at AutoNation last Thursday, and I'm going to go over the facts that transpired over 4 hours and 50 minutes, all within 1 day's time, because I want to make sure that you guys understand exactly what happened. So this was last Thursday. I was at work, and I decided I wanted to see what I could get from Ram out of this Costco automotive program. Went to the website, typed in the information, requested pricing on a Ram TRX. This was at 10:24 in the morning. 10:45, AutoNation emailed me the TRX MSRP of $77,320, Costco price of $77,320. So they were saying, we'll sell it at MSRP. I was happy with that because everybody knows about TRXs, knows that they're selling for much more than MSRP right now. So 10:46, I called the salesman. I was excited about that number, and he told me on the phone, he's like, yeah, we can't do it for that. We'd need about $5,000 over MSRP. So at that point, I actually had not realized or known that they were actually supposed to sell it at that quoted number as per the Costco agreement from the way Costco explains it to me. But at that moment, I just said, okay, I was kind of like, all right, I've heard that, so move on to the next thing. And I decided to go on to a Ram 2500 and said, price that out if you wouldn't mind. So it was then at 11:07, I shot a text over back to the salesman because I saw that number from Costco, and I thought to myself, well, why is the TRX? It says $77,320. So if he sent that and quoted that, it seems like that should be the number. And he just kind of doubled down and said, no, it's not going to be the number. You're better off to go to the 2500. He actually led me in that direction to say you're better off to go in the 2500. So it was at 11:26 that I got the pricing on the Ram 2500s. And the one that caught my eye was actually the one that I ended up test driving for $69,565. So I texted him at 1:13 and said, what time are you in today? I might come look at that 2500. He replied, yes, I'm in today. I'll be here till 7:38. So it was 1:29. I texted, I'm on my way. And that's when I told my boss, I'm going to go buy that truck. And 2:22 was when I took my first photo of the truck. So I literally just walked in the dealership, 2:22, took a photo of the truck. They pulled it out of the dealership. We took it for a test drive. And it was at 3:14. So between then, we got back, walked into the dealership. I said, I'll take it. And then they come back with the price of $74,785. So all in, the price jumped $5,220 in 53 minutes. That was the time that I took me to get to the dealership. Or if you want to look at it the other way, you could say from the time that I got to the dealership and took it for a test drive to actually seeing the paperwork, that was 52 minutes. So the whole thing transpired all within just over 4 hours, under 5 hours. So my point is, I'm just hoping that a lesson can be learned here because, again, the way that I've mentioned, Costco has shown great interest in figuring out why this happened. They assured me this was not supposed to happen. This is not how the program works. Costco's been very responsive. I've actually been very happy to be a member of Costco through this whole process. And the way that they explained it to me again is that the dealers opt into this program on a monthly basis. They can opt in and out, but if they're in, they're in. And the way it works is that you walk into the dealership, you show them your Costco card, and then they're supposed to show you their invoice, not what I saw, but they're supposed to actually show you their dealer invoice, what they basically bought the vehicle for from the manufacturer. And then they're also supposed to show you your Costco price sheet. I didn't get either one of those things. And that is where Costco said, no, they should have honored those prices because it's all pre-negotiated. And that's just how it should have went. So it seems to me like Costco has reason to be upset because they have, again, a member base of 100 million. And they then use that base and say, hey, we'll send you guys a portion of that 100 million people that we have as members. And to find out that they're then not honoring those prices kind of cheapens the Costco membership, which seems to me like that's why they take it pretty seriously. It only makes sense. And to anybody out there who looks at this video or watches this and says, well, you walked away, no harm, no foul. Well, the bigger picture is if AutoNation sells 250,000 vehicles, which I think 2020 they were around that. Either way, if they sell, let's just say an arbitrary 250,000 vehicles a year, do that math, 250,000 times $5,000, you're talking about $1.2 billion. $1.2 billion. So this is something that compounds in scale. It's very important to address. It's something that can't go unnoticed because it's just something that shouldn't happen. It's that simple. I just wanted to make this video and put it into context that, again, to any large corporation watching this video, if you are not training your people to understand that the little guy may not be so little anymore, that little guy might have thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of followers on social media. And the last thing you need is something out there of somebody, able to present information like this. It's just not healthy. I do think that there is a possibility of a world where corporations can make a boatload of money and customers can ultimately get what they want. And I think that's kind of where the dealerships are right now, is this old mentality of it's not 1995 anymore. People are equipped with information. So again, just kind of wanted to make this video speaking for the little guy. I don't really know where this goes from here. As of recording this video, I have not heard from AutoNation. They have responded to some of my social media posting, saying to reach out to them, but they haven't reached back to me. I have sent an email to their customer outreach, which is kind of funny because I feel like I really don't owe you anything. Why am I reaching out to your customer? Why am I reaching out to your customer service people? I really don't care. As a matter of fact, your customer service people should be reaching out to the dealership, and you guys sort it out. So that's also very weird. Is like now the burden is on me to like reach out to your customer relations department. The whole thing is very strange to me, but Costco has been great. I'm assuming that there's probably been some phone calls on that side, but who knows? So guys, with that being said, I do want to wrap this video up. Thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.